So, as the title says there, this is going to be my very first iPad Pro. Now, I've used quite a few tablets over the years, including actually quite a few iPads, but this is going to be my very first productivity iPad, or the iPad Pro model here. So this is going to be kind of a late unboxing and hands-on of this very popular tablet here. And of course, you may notice already this is the second generation of the iPad Pro lineup. And this is the one from 2020. And I went for the 11-inch model here, and also went for the mid-tier as far as the storage goes. I'm not sure if that's gonna zoom in. There we go. So 256 gigs for storage, and we are going to, there we go. I always hate this part. Come on. There we go. Okay, so as we get this thing open, the tablet itself is sitting right at the top there. It's pretty light. And even when I got the box, when the guy gave me the box, I was just like, is there anything in this thing, in this box? So very light tablet, kind of a reminder of the... All right, so we have the manual, so the usual stuff, paperwork and all that good stuff. You know, I've seen quite a few of these over the years, so they don't faze me really. So what we have here is a USB Type-C, which was one of the addition that Apple implemented this time, and you know, we all love it. And of course, we have the power adapter there, or the brick, and that is pretty much it. Oops. All right, so we're gonna get this baby open. I always have trouble opening this. Wow, this thing is so light. It reminds me so much of the iPad Air 4 that I have here that my wife is using. This is really neat. Anyway, so we're just gonna give it a quick go around this tablet here. So we have a quad speaker setup. So 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top there. On the right, well, at the top still, we have what appears to be the mics, the power button. We have the volume rocker right there. And we kind of have that, not kind of, we have the Apple Pencil 2nd Gen pad. That'll be where it sits. And at the bottom, we have that USB Type-C. So it's good to see Apple trying to standardize some of these things, right? On the back here, make sure I don't drop. This tab is actually pretty wide. So on the back there, at the bottom, we have the pins for the Apple keyboard. We have the Apple logo, and of course, we have the infamous and very recognizable camera module. If we could get that good angle. There we go. Nice camera module there. Okay, and I'm gonna turn this on. There we go. As we continue to go around. And I believe on that back, this is a wide and an ultra wide camera. One is the 12 and the other one is the 10 megapixel for the ultra wide camera. And once I do the setup here, I will come back, of course, with more info. I'm gonna set it up, play around with it a little bit, and then come back with more info. And of course, we all like the new, you know, bezel. Pretty thin, you know, I'd say. They could be thinner, but they are pretty thin. Whoa, one thing I just noticed is the front camera there is surrounded by, I'm assuming, some other camera, like another camera, Face ID, and some other infrared stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna set this up and come back with additional info. Okay, so we are all set up and ready to go now. This is, of course, as I mentioned, the 256 gigs of the 11-inch 2nd generation of the iPad Pro here. It is loaded with, I believe, 6 gigs of RAM and also an A12Z chipset. So this is the one from last year. I'm assuming this year they're probably going to bump it up to some level of the A14 Z or whatever they want to call it this year. But anyway, so it's a pretty straightforward, setup, as you would imagine, with any laptop any iPad that you've seen me set up here before. That same, what in the world, that same very simple setup here. Let's take a look at the software that we are dealing with here. We have, I have the version 14.2 is what I'm looking at here. It seems already pretty snappy. This has 120 hertz for the refresh rate. The screen, of course, is an IPS display here. It's pretty bright here. Actually, very bright. When I went on to set the highest level, it definitely is bright. I'm not sure if the camera doesn't do it any justice really, but it's really, really, really nice so far. It supports the second generation of the Apple Pencil, as I mentioned earlier. I would have to grab that and test that out with it once the wife gets home here with her iPad Air. Now, the video is not going to be really long. It was just more of a quick unboxing and setup. I'm probably going to have my first review of this within the next 5 days or within the next week or so, and share with you all what it is like to switch from my Galaxy Tab S7. I'm actually planning on getting a Tab S7 Plus also, but as of now, my main tablet for productivity is the Tab S7, and I'm trying to move everything out of that to this tablet and see how I like it. Now, don't forget, of course, to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to make sure that I give you a full comprehensive video on this tablet, and then I'm going to go on for the versus videos, of course, versus Tab S7. And as I mentioned, I'm probably going to pick up a Tab S7 Plus. I really want to play with that one, and I'm probably going to go do this against that, against the Air 4, we have so many videos that we're going to push out. Just stay tuned for all of that. Anyways, I appreciate you again. Of course, as always, stay safe out there.